Okay, so that's basically playing it exactly what's on the recording, other than one little extra that perhaps I added in, but it goes along with the drums and the bass, and that is uh, in the end, that last chorus, when it's doing the you see I'm just doing that quarter note pulse. That just matches along with the bass and drums. You could do it for the whole song every time you do the O's, but I just decided to add it at the very end to make it kind of the biggest and loudest. Obviously the whole song I'm just doing octave bass notes, so both notes, top and bottom. You could just do the higher note or just the lower note for the whole song, but if you did, I would recommend doing the lower one down here because it'll just fill it up a little bit more. For the chords, we have B minor, which is F sharp, B, and D. And then an A chord, E, A, C sharp. And then D major, F sharp, A, D. So these are the inversions that I recommend to go along with the song the best. And then, so we have, that's what we just covered. And then we're going to do another D chord, so the right hand doesn't have to move, but we drop down to F sharp in the bass. And then we go to a G chord, G, B, D. Go back to our B minor, where was I? G, B minor, A. And then just FYI, in the verses, you can play either just A major sometimes, or you can use A sus instead, E, A, D, or E, A, C sharp. Both of them sound good, but if you go back and watch what I was doing, you may notice that in the verses, I was doing the A sus4, just a different inversion, but you may notice that I'm doing the A sus4 in the verses, but then in the choruses, or those O's section, I'm just doing a regular A major. And I believe that's all the chords. So again, for the O's, if you want to make it a little heavier in the bass and play along with the bass and drums, you can do those quarter notes. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. But that's an optional extra. You can just play the chord changes just as I was in the first half of the song. And then just one little extra I want to throw in. It sounds kind of empty if you're just doing maybe piano and guitar and vocals. If you wanted to fill it up a little bit more, there's a really easy way you can do that in the verses. And that is to use an A sus4 and D major. So you're just leaving your hand locked in at this A octave range, and you're just kind of playing along with the chord changes. So that was just kind of playing around with a verse and just arpeggiating. So you could get fancier, you could be where you're just using, all we're doing is we're just using our our D major scale, but we're keeping locked in on this A to A area just because it keeps it more spatial sounding and modern. So I think that's all I wanted to throw at you for this video. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you again soon.